Hey, what's up? I am back with another video about setting up the Ampero Control, this little 4-switch MIDI switcher that I found used on Facebook Marketplace for like 75 bucks. It's built like a tank. It's pretty awesome. It's got USB out, it's got MIDI out and through, MIDI in, and it's got 2 expression control jacks. So first step, plug this guy in, plug in your MIDI to the MIDI out through, then take the other end and then it goes into the TRS input on the back of the NANO CORTEX. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, so I've got a preset here that I want to be able to turn off. Let's say, so I've got 3 switches, and then I want to do tap tempo on the 4th one, let's say. So I want to be able to turn off this overdrive. I want to be able to turn on and off delay and reverb. Modulation, I'll just keep that on just for giggles. I know that the 38 is guitar overdrive. Actually, let me make sure that that's right. Yeah, so if you look in the manual, there's an incoming MIDI CC list, as you can kind of see on the screen right now, hopefully. So slot bypass is what we're looking to do, which the input gate, we're not going to mess with that one. We're not going to mess with turning the capture on and off. We're not going to mess with turning the cab IR on and off. So we want to deal with effects slot 1 through 5. In this case, I'm just going to do 3. So I'll do effect slot 2, skip 3, and I'll do 4 and 5. So we're going to want to remember that 38, 40, and 41 are the MIDI CCs that we're going to want. And then the only values you really need to remember are 0 and 64. So, and then I'll show you kind of how that plays into this. So now, the first thing you got to do on the NANO CORTEX is go to your settings. Let me share my screen again. All right. So first thing you want to do is go to your NANO CORTEX, go to your settings. You're going to want to scroll down to expression MIDI input behavior, and it's going to be set to expression pedal probably by default. I'm going to change that to MIDI. MIDI channel I have set to 15. MIDI through is turned on. MIDI clock source I'm going to set to TRS MIDI. Alright, so now I should be set to receive. If I go over to the Ampero app, the way that the Ampero app is set up is you've got banks that you can set up. I'm using it for the Quad Cortex also. So I know my bank 00 is Quad Cortex and bank 01 is NANO CORTEX. And then it lays out all your options. Put switch 1 through 4, and then your control expressions. But you can also, on those, you can also set up to use either an expression pedal, a single foot switch, or a dual foot switch, which is kind of cool. So the first thing I want to do, remember 38, 40, and 41 are the CCs we want to remember. So I'm going to set my MIDI channel to 15. Control type is CC 38. And then the second value is that 0 or 64. 0 turns it on, 64 turns it off. So I've got my A group. So now when I hit that, it's going to execute the A group first and then the B group the next time I hit it. And it executes it on the release of the button. And I'll show you why this is kind of a little bit funky, the way that this works, and I haven't really figured out if there's a better way to do it or not yet, but this is the way that I've kind of figured out how to do it. And so you've got the A group, and then you've got the B group, and as you can see, now I have the data 2, which is the value set to 64. So the B group is gonna, A group's gonna turn it on, the B group's gonna turn it off, right? So now if I go back to this app here, since it's already off, when I hit it the first time, it's not gonna do anything, as you could just see right there. Now the second time I hit it, it's gonna turn it on. And then from there, it's gonna do on and off. So now I'm gonna do CC40. So I'm gonna go foot switch 2, and then down here there's a little plus sign. You hit that, and it brings up kind of a default thing there. So I'm gonna change my MIDI channel to 15. My CC is gonna be 40. I'm gonna leave that 0, because that's my A group. Oop, and I forgot, I've gotta change it from single mode to toggle mode. So I've got my A group, and now I need my B group. Hit the plus sign, go up here, go to 15, CC 40, and then remember 64 is what turns it off. All right, now I'm gonna save, yes. So it's saving that to the device. Now I go to foot switch 3, change it to toggle mode, add 15, CC 40, 1, leave it 0 for the data B part. B group, add MIDI channel 15, CC 41, and 64. So now I got 0 and 64. Save, continue. I always get in the habit of just saving as I go, so I don't have to redo everything every time I screw something up. And then FS4 I already set up ahead of time to do the tap tempo. Tap tempo is 42, and you just need to have a single mode for that one. So it's just an A group, and it's just 0. Anything from 0 to 127 can be the value to toggle the tap tempo. So now, let me save it again just to be sure. And now when I go back to my Cortex app, if I hit the first one, see how I had to hit it twice because it was already off? Now I'm gonna see what happens when I hit the second one. Okay, so it turned the delay off the first time because it was already on. So if it's something that's already on, you're good to go. But the best thing to do is to just go ahead and look at your app when you're playing live with it, and look at the status of everything, and go ahead and just get it set up foot switch wise the way that you want it. So I know from here on out, if from here on out, I know, like if I start playing, I know my overdrive is not on. Now it's on. Now it's off. You know, and so for the rest of the night, I know that is going to be the status is going to be correct on those. So, so tap tempo. So if I hold this down, pull up the tap tempo on the screen here. So now my tap tempo is working using this switch right here. I can also use, obviously, this switch, which, quite honestly, you know, why wouldn't you just continue to use this for tap tempo and not waste a slot or waste a switch on your MIDI controller if you can go ahead and just do it on the device. It's easy enough and you can get right out of it. So then that frees up another one of these, and you could turn modulation on or off or whatever you want it to do. So anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video on how to set up the Ampero control for the NANO CORTEX. I hope that was useful to anybody, or useful to someone. It's pretty cool. I mean, what a cool update, right? I mean, really cool update. Yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm gonna do another video and show you how I'm using the Ampero control with my quad Cortex. So you'll see me again wearing the same shirt. And I'm gonna go through that because it's kind of cool how I'm using it for that. I'm basically using it just to change scenes, and then also triggers stomp mode. So I have all 8 stomp buttons available to me, and then I have the Ampero exclusively just handling 4 scenes. So it's kind of like a deluxe hybrid mode, if you will. The cool thing about it is nothing on the screen happens when I hit these 4 switches. I just know that if I want clean, then I hit the first foot switch. If I want a little edge of breakup, I hit 2. If I want medium gain or rhythm, 3, and then 4 is my lead. So I just know I don't have to see anything on the screen. That way the visual never changes. I know, which scene I'm on at any given time. So I don't need to see that. And anyway, I'm gonna explain this in the next video. I don't know why I'm doing it here. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.